the Asia-Pacific Forest Sector Outlook Study. It is an important flagship report on the trends of forest and forestry, at the same time also on how forests would look like in the next 1 or 2 decades.
The report looks at some compelling areas where we need as a community to really bring about change. We need to build resilience of the communities, we need to build resilience in forests, we need to build resilience in the landscapes as well.
The Asia-Pacific Forest Sector Outlook Study 3 is a data-driven assessment, meaning we employed intensive data gathering activities to capture the changes in social, economic, demographic, urbanization, and other land uses, and how this has changed through time.
The value of involving students in this study is, undescribable. Youth provide such a different perspective on forests and the future, and it's important to include intergenerational collaboration as well as cross-sectorial.
The Outlook study actually charts a sustainable futures, but it also points out that in order to achieve sustainable future, the future that we want, there are a lot to be done. Business as usual is not an option. We have to put more effort on almost all fronts. One of the efforts that need to be increased is to improve governance. Governance will define how future will look like. Second is to actually define our economic models. Is growth first is the most appropriate one or not? The Outlook study considered that growth first model is not enough. We have to invent a new model of development that takes into account broader pictures, economics, ecological, and social aspects.
This study is very interesting for us because it plays with various scenarios, and it helps us in saying, okay, what is the favorite scenario and what sort of outcome you want to have in the future, and as a result, what sort of research you may want to start now.
And APFSOS will be more than happy to disseminate this to our members and to facilitate all our members to use as much as possible the report.
So I think this will be a very, very important document. It collects information in terms of what we know, but also provides us an opportunity to tell the story a little differently, to weave them together in ways that would make it much more useful for the future in confronting the challenges that we know we will be facing in the next decades.
It is a starting point for countries to act, and the recommendations can actually be translated into real action. And that's where FAO, through its country offices, will really be working with all our stakeholders to make a difference. This is a flagship report for the region, but we also see this as a report that helps us to galvanize together to bring about change in this region.